That it's fine. It should be. And go live. So we're going live, and we'll just give it a sec to go live, and we'll give it another sec just to shimmy on into the things. And okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Frozen Heart, episode 15. How are you guys doing?
Us or the audience?
Yeah, the people that I can actually talk to at the moment.
Oh, it kind of sounded like you were talking to the audience.
No,
yeah, I think this is on you, Zed. We all agree.
Okay. Well, I was talking to you. How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
I am suspended, so I'm happy.
Make the sound.
Oh, I'm not wearing them anymore.
What?
God damn it.
Anyway, so I'm here. My name is Zed, and I'm here with my players. We have Curtis playing Bleak. We have Sam playing Nox.
Yeah. What?
We have Ben playing Vaven.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw?
Yeehaw.
Okay, we're doing this.
I like it.
We also have Jaden here today.
Moments in life.
And also Jaden isn't here again.
Jaden!
He's not here. Jaden's dead. Jaden's dead to me. Okay.
Pick the funeral one of it.
If you're not turning up to D&D, you're dead to me. Huh? Get it? Anyway, yeah, but Jaden isn't here today. I don't know where he is. I've texted him, messaged him on Discord, messaged him on Steam. He was online yesterday, but he hasn't messaged me back, and I am annoyed. There we go. So, do we need a recap of where we were last time? Probably, yes?
Yes, please.
Oppo.
Oppo, best girl.
Oppo, best waifu.
Oppo's a dude. I don't know.
That doesn't change either of our statements.
Hey,
that is concerning.
the marriage is legal in where are we right now? Rupberry, okay?
We're not even in Rupberry
It
yet.
will be.
Were you thinking like the country? Because you're in Ascana, if you're talking about country.
I never actually knew that.
You didn't? I've said it several times.
Yeah,
Did anyone
gosh.
else?
Ben, okay, none of you knew that. Okay, cool. You're in a
What
country.
did we not know?
That the country you guys are in is called Ascana.
Oh, no, I did not know that.
Well, you don't...
CZ?
Well, it's not Sam, okay? Listen.
Hey, leave me alone.
Jeez.
I don't blame Sam for not knowing, because Sam never knows.
Not even Ben.
The rest of you...
Ben didn't even know.
Yeah, that's what disappoints me. That Ben
I'm
Which means
sorry.
it's on you, Zed, not us. It's on you.
Disappointing. Anyway. Okay, so last time on the Frozen Heart, you guys, after leaving the Child Circus, found a small group of kobolds that were fighting some humans. After dealing with the humans, not killing them, just sort of leaving them in the snow unconscious.
We probably killed them.
Yeah, probably killed them for some internal injuries. But you left them. The kobolds took you back to the house sort of thing, temple, where you met a large majority of them. And after playing some kobold karaoke, you guys went to go...
Okay.
Kitty, okay. Only I know the magic of Kitty, okay.
Okay. And after playing some kobold karaoke... Sam, do you just want to like jump in whenever I'm about to say it?
Kitty, okay.
Yeah.
Is it a level 9 spell?
No.
You guys went to go hunt some yetis that were they were dealing with they were being mean to the kobolds and eating their foods.
They're being bullies.
No bully, yeah. No bullies.
We're pink shirt gang.
To which you guys and a few kobolds dealt with the yetis, fireballing them, setting them on fire, evading their attacks, and eventually killing the last one. So that's where we're going to start, with you guys standing in the around the pit with several dead yetis and four kobolds, I should say.
Do they have fluffy fur?
They've got pretty fluffy fur.
I would like to take their fur because it is fluffy.
You're going to skin them?
Yes.
Okay. Nox, you wander over to a group of the Yetis and very kind of like brutally just sort of like knife straight through them, skinning off a lot of their
Ouchie.
fur. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'll take their teeth.
Okay, you wander up to one of them and just ply out a few of its teeth.
They gotta be with something, right?
Can I
What
just
is-
do a general search on them? See if they have anything that's of anything?
Okay.
Like directly
Roll
taking it out of their mouths?
Roll investigation.
Okay. Let's just pull out my metal dice. Oh, that's...
Looking at suspenders is fine, guys.
Okay. That is a... 21.
21?
Oh.
Okay. You find a series of small gold coins that one of them had just sort of like stashed away, and
Why were they stashed away?
because they're Yetis, they just take things.
No, but where were they on his person? Were they in his prison wallet?
He had them like kind of tied to his fur.
Hey,
Okay.
oh, that's kind of cute.
Yeah.
As well as those 10 gold coins for you. As well as those gold coins, you also find just some pieces of meat from various animals, just sort of like around the area. The kobolds are sort of like wandering up to the Yetis and just sort of kicking them like, yeah, that's what you get!
Okay, can I fill at them now?
Hey, what?
Remember, we were hunting these to eat them.
What, you were doing what to the Yetis, sorry?
Like, filleting them, cutting them up, giving that meat off. Ooh.
You can.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Nice Yeti, sashimi going on here. Bit of
Can we have
soy
Yeti
sauce.
kebabs?
No, sashimi.
So disappointed that you're not getting Yeti kebabs. You're just like, can we get Yeti kebabs? No. Oh.
I really hope they open it, but if they're not, we're kind of screwed.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what we do to bullies, we eat them.
We'll cut you up and then we'll eat you.
Nom 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 nom.
We should have kept one alive.
Jesus.
What?
I said Jesus, this is dark. Okay.
What's that?
Oh, the
Yeah.
outside window.
You
Obviously.
you wander over to the one that Nox just like skinned, and you start kind of like cutting chunks of flesh off of it, start filleting it, taking off most of like the thick or juicier meat.
Did I make a super fluffy coat?
You haven't
That's
made
the
anything.
goal.
You haven't made anything yet. What you've
Pimp coat. Pimp coat.
what you've made at the moment, you've just sort of like skinned the Yetis, and now you're carrying around like a bloody rug.
Oh, that's gross.
Well, I mean, you can't.
That's not. I just wanted a fluffy jacket.
Skinning something doesn't immediately turn it into a
I know.
jacket.
Oh, can we like sculpt it and have like a Yeti rug?
Yeti rug. I mean, you can take some Yeti fur. There's 3, and she only skinned 1.
Cool.
So do you guys? So I'm just gonna say you guys take the meat and the fur from the Yetis.
Cool.
I
How
don't take the
do
meat
we-
because I'm not that barbaric, but I take the coat.
Okay. Vaven, what?
How are we actually taking it all back?
We carry it.
We have
Like,
goblins too.
I'm imagining
not goblins,
that
kobolds.
these 10 feet tall Yetis have a lot of fur and meat to them.
Oh yeah, but
I just wear the skin like a coat.
I'm
I feel
imagining
like
you. I'm imagining you guys sort of just like cut off their backs and have like rolled them up and are now just sort of like hoisting them with like in these rolls.
That's a
Also,
horrifying thought.
Baronorth can carry a lot of them.
Oh yeah, just give them all to Baronorth.
Mm.
And the kobolds can carry like a big fillet each, you know?
Mm-hmm.
How much meat would you say? You reckon it's enough to feed most of the kobolds, or do we have to go get more?
No, that would definitely be enough to feed most of the kobolds.
Heck yeah.
Guess we start heading back then.
Barbecue time.
Success. Barbecue.
So starting to head back.
Can I have like an apron that has, I don't know, some kind of dad apron?
Kiss the cook.
Kiss
Yeah,
the
kiss the cook.
No, you don't. But like, you can fashion an apron out of like just some
The Yeti
clothes
fur.
or something.
Nice.
Yeti fur apron. You can make that if you want. I don't know why though.
Is Yeti like hide particularly durable? Could we fashion some kind of the armor out of it?
Yeti's really good for cold climates because of how warm it is.
Furry coat.
Okay, well I guess we just make coats then.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm making the coat. I'm the special one
There's
here.
3 Yetis here. We have more than enough fur.
Only Nox is allowed a Yeti coat,
Fine,
isn't
I
that
want
right?
I want Yeti leggings.
Diet Purple makes some like pimp coat out of the Yeti stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wait, what are
Today
those?
is just a fashion episode where
Yeah.
we just make ourselves some
Furry
coats.
pants, and we'll find an image. This is what I want.
Oh
You're
no.
gonna get some furry pants. Oh Jesus, no, that sounds like furries. No, I don't like that. Anyway,
This
as
is what I
you
want.
guys are sort of like packing up, one of the kobolds comes over and
Ew, that's gross.
he just sort of like starts like kind of kicking the bodies and like, is it dead?
We just filled it and skinned it. I think it's dead.
I haven't seen many dead things. Okay, listen. We don't tend to kill things that often, besides, you know, the occasional deer. So I haven't seen anything this big that's been dead before.
Why would it be different just because it's larger? I don't understand.
Well, normally they're the ones that kill us. Now we've killed it. It's messing with
Is
my
there
brain.
Wait. Little being, is there any chance that because we killed the Yeti, his Yeti family is gonna come after us trying to avenge the death of their long lost father?
I think you killed the Yeti family.
Jesus.
Oh, there was a family? Oh, I'm
There was
sorry.
there was
That's so much worse. That's so much worse.
Well, then, you know, like, yeah, should we assist the area, try and find little baby Yetis? And make pets?
No! Leave the
Not
baby
kill.
Yetis.
Like, we can take them home and look after them, and then we can basically have more Baronorths just walking around.
It's child abduction.
I mean, they're gonna die anyway.
Oh, that's sad.
I mean, yeah, roll for investigation.
Yo! Oh, Metro 1!
Good.
No! The opportunity.
As you stand up to like look for baby Yetis, you get like really lightheaded all of a sudden because you know that thing where you stand up too fast and then you get lightheaded.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
just like
You get
into
that,
the fourth
and then like
dimension.
you kind of like your brain like switches over gears, and you're like, I wonder why I just became lightheaded. I guess I better sit down. So you sit back down, and by that time you've already forgotten what you were doing.
Damn it! Yo, anyone else remembered abducting Yeti babies?
I mean,
No.
No?
Damn it.
the kobolds like start cutting into the
Wasted
Yetis and like
opportunity.
taking their own like little flesh trophies. Some of the
That's worse than what we're doing.
they cut into the fur and like take little kind of like warm jackets,
Yes.
sized like patches that they've like wrapped around themselves, and they start like heading off back in the general direction of the kobold camp. Yeah. What are you guys doing?
Camp?
Following? Checking out my new sick leggings? Oh yeah.
Hmm.
They're
How
like,
are you- Are you actually capable of making?
I mean, it's still good, you know.
Ah, okay.
You could probably take them to Rupberry and then have them make them into jackets and stuff there.
Because they don't even like tan properly. Is that
Yeti
just
pants.
like really nasty and smell?
Hmm?
Because it hasn't been treated properly, so I think it might just stink after a while.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea to get them treated, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only reason we're going to Rupberry now.
Yep.
Pants.
And that is
like the boat thing.
and that is the only reason we're going to Rupberry.
I don't care about anything else.
Okay. Okay, so you start heading back with the kobolds, and eventually you find the temple. You wander in, and the kobolds are sort of like all hurried around in like small circles, just kind of sitting there, not really doing too much. Also, I put the picture of the pants on the live stream.
Oh no.
Oh no? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh baby.
Those are some hot pants. Anyway,
Shrimp pants, nerd.
you see one of the kobolds stand up. It's a familiar kobold. You see Matt, who appears to no longer be unconscious from his injuries, sort of hobble up to you. Did you do it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Holding the big pile of Yeti? No.
No. We actually just stole it from him while he was sleeping.
Yeah, we skinned them alive.
But they're still alive.
Didn't even notice.
I'm confused. What? Did you kill them or not?
Maybe. We can't answer that. That's
We're legally
private.
required to not answer that question, sorry.
Why?
Well,
Yeti's attorney came up to us.
because
and was
the
like, "Give us the
the magic of Kari Ooke dictates so.
actually, it was the kobolds that came with us that killed them. We merely
What?
assisted.
Matt looks over to the four kobolds that are like standing behind him and like, you? And they're just sort of like standing there like kind of in shock, like, we don't really do much, but like, okay, we'll take that.
Well, one of them did do the final blow, though.
True.
So
one
I'm not
of the
completely
Yetis.
lying.
The kobolds are all just sort of like, there's a moment of just silence as the kobolds digest like the thought of like one of their own killing a yeti, and then suddenly all the kobolds in the camp just like stand up and just start applauding furiously and they a few of them walk up to the kobolds that are standing on the stairs and lift them up in their arms and start like bringing them back down with like this thunderous cheerful applause and yells and sort of support coming from all over the temple. Anything you guys are doing?
Nope.
I'm
Applauding.
gonna start cooking up these big ass Yeti steaks.
Yeti kebabs. Yeti kebab. Actually, Vaven's gonna help him with that just by like starting the fires for him.
Mm-hmm.
Using create bonfire. Boom. There's a 5x5 fire now.
A small fire appears. A small campfire appears in the general center of the room, away from any kobolds. The few that are close to it, seeing these kind of like tangle of sticks start arranging themselves into the correct position, and then a flame bring up, sort of like stand back away from it nervously.
Actually, it's just like the fire just appears. There's no like sticks. It's just boom fire.
Really? Doesn't make like an actual okay.
No, it's just boom fire.
Well,
If you make two fires next to each other, can we push them into each other like a really big fire?
What's the point of that?
Big fire.
If you wanted, I could just make multiple fires. Because let me just quickly check how long the spell lasts for. It lasts for a minute, so
Oh, that's not long at all. It's not long enough.
yeah, no. So I can just keep recasting it.
Or we could just make a fire.
No, well, what I could also do.
How about we make
use...
a fire over your fire, so your fire lights up a bigger fire, and when it disappears, it just falls in and maintains the new fire.
Is that also I could just use a different spell to create a smaller fire that'll last for an hour, and then just use my original create bonfire to make the fire bigger, and then just keep redoing it. So this big fire. Oh,
Okay.
This is complicated.
Why does create bonfire suck so much?
Or you know, or you guys know, you could just make a bonfire.
No.
Yeah, that's what I
refuse
recommended
to
at the
do
start, but Magic Boy over here has to waste our time.
Magic.
It sucks though, but it's magic, so it's cool.
It sucks, but it's magic.
Yeah.
All magic sucks. But it's
you
magic
make
to use anyway.
you make this sort of like plume of flame appear in the center of the room. You wander over to it. You put like a Yeti steak on it, but after a minute of searing the Yeti steak, it just sort of out.
Set it up again.
You light it up again.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I am gonna do is instead just use prestidigitation, which lasts an hour, but it's like the fire won't be as big.
Can't
so-
prestidigitation just like cook food?
It can flavor the food. It can't cook it. So I could make it taste cooked, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Also, can I go watch one of like the small kobolds and after they have to cook their food or they have it like raw?
Okay, you wander over to the kobolds and like, either. Honestly, we don't mind.
Is either one particularly better, or can we avoid wasting everyone's time by cooking on this fuck ton of meat, you know?
We don't normally cook meat, but we can't not eat it.
Bleak.
Okay, time to just give them raw meat then.
The meat would provide more nutritional value if it was cooked, and it's not like it's too much exertion on our part.
I mean, it doesn't, but okay. If you really want to cook the meat that badly.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Cooking. Yes. It's cooking with
Swap
Vaven. Because I can also just use prestidigitation to...
Okay, now that you've said that,
Favorite.
yeah, okay, so prestidigitation makes like the little flame that you use to like cook the meat. I need you to do like a cooking show thing, and how good it is will determine
Gordon
how
Ramsay
good
style,
you've
please.
done. Yeah, no, like
finally, some
like
good
one of
food.
those. One of those like cooking shows, you know, the ones where it's like the woman that's like 2 shots of vodka, and then, you know, like a cooking show like that. I need you to do that now.
What
Do
is
it.
this,
Thank you,
Rachel
mate.
Ray?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it is. Do it. Okay. I'll stop. Cooking with Vaven. Dun, 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 dun.
I need my live audience applause before I can start.
Hoorah.
Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of Cooking with Maven. Tonight, we're going to be cooking some Yeti.
Boo!
Shut up! Shut up!
You see, earlier today, me and a few of my friends, we were a bit bored, so we decided, let's go kill some Yetis, take their flesh, and then cook it on the show. Am I
I
right?
made a rug!
It's a different show,
So anyway, starting with how to actually cook it, we're going to do a nice simple steak. Luckily for us, my wonderful assistant Bleak has already cut it up, and now, with a simple snap of my fingers, it's on fire now.
With the simple snap of my fingers, just like it starts for burning.
I
It's
just
on
imagine every
fire.
Yeah.
fire imaginable, like a,
No.
like a mesh fire.
So we just leave that for approximately 40 minutes, make sure to turn it over so it's evenly cooked, and then, with a bit more magic, we can make it taste like anything I want.
What do you want to make it
Now
taste
it
like?
tastes like alcohol. Now it tastes like steak, chicken, lamb, pork. You get the idea.
It really takes away from the whole point of cooking, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. The that was. I really want to animate that. The kobolds all come like running over, and they're like fascinated by like the steak that you've just cooked, and you can tell that they haven't really mastered the art of cooking food for themselves because they seem to be fascinated by the way that the meat doesn't burn, but it like browns.
It cooks.
Yeah, it cooks, but it doesn't burn because they've only seen fire burn things.
Are kobolds obsessed with fire?
So you start. They're not like obsessed with it. They've seen fire before. They're more scared of it. As you just start like divvying up the meat and like handing like portions to each of the kobolds or what? Baven, Bleak.
Oh.
What are you guys doing?
Sorry. What did they ask us?
They I'm just asking if you guys like how are you divvying it up? Are you just like
Oh, okay.
are you divvying it up, or are you just like handing them like a huge slab and just letting them go at it or whatever?
Bleak, what do you think the best way to do this would be?
Yeah, I said we just divvy it up. One steak per
Okay.
person, kind of like. Cut the
Okay.
steaks so they're roughly proportional.
I'll just continue the cooking while you can focus on cutting it up, separating it out. How does that sound?
Bonsai.
Okay, you guys start keep this sort of like food train going of just feeding every one of the thin, hungry kobolds, keeping some meat just to keep them satisfied afterwards. As you guys are doing this, Baronorth walks up to Nox. Hey.
Hi, Baronorth. How can I help you?
I think I'm gonna stay here for a bit.
Oh, okay. You can have a nap?
No.
Or just, like forever, or...
Not forever, just for a while. And after the Child Circus and the whole thing with the blob, I need to sort some things out.
Not feeling yourself, are you? I've noticed you've definitely been different lately.
I'm mad.
You're suffering from post-traumatic stress from having to slaughter a blob of children.
Yeah. That's what's actually happening. Like Baronor's suffering from post-traumatic stress because he had to kill all those children, and then Sam's just like, "You're not feeling yourself, how are you?"
What happened? Murder a bunch of orphans?
Just... yeah. Back in character.
Yikes, guys.
Yikes.
It's a oops from me, dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here. And Baronor sort of like turns around and walks deep into the crowds of kobolds. He just plonks himself in the corner and starts petting Baronor. Not Baronor. He just pets himself. No, he starts petting Salvatore. Okay. The rest of you guys, Vaven and Baronorth, after a couple hours and a couple more casts of prestidigitation, you finish cooking all the meat. The meat tastes a bit odd because it's from a carnivore, but like aside from that, it's quite nice. It's good. It's good, healthy steak. The other kobolds seem to be enjoying it as they kind of munch happily away. Yeah. What are you doing?
I want to find. Hold on, let me check the list you made of the kobold names. Okay, Dang, what was the name of the one that was like hanging out with Vaven during the fight? Oh, Yin.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, Yin. He was the one that Vaven was hanging out with.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find Yin.
Okay. Yin's quite easy to spot because he's the only one wearing armor in the entire place. You wander over to Yin, who's standing there wearing his like normal plate armor, just like away the chunk of meat.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
So, how did you find our little Yeti encounter?
Scary, but I didn't really get into any of it, so it was okay. We were on the other side, while all the Yetis were on the other side.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yes.
How adept are you actually with all of that equipment you have?
It's mostly for show. I can't really walk very well.
Yes,
No.
it doesn't seem to be fitting you that well.
No.
Which, where did you get it?
Where did I get it? It was in the snow. I was walking along on a hunt and trying to avoid some Yetis, and then I saw a Yeti, and then I ran it the other way, and then I found this dead dude in the forest, and I took his armor and ran.
Wait, what? Does he have a weapon with him?
He does. He has a small sort of like koboldian sort of like sharp rock attached to a stick.
Yes. Okay. Perhaps you could, do you think there's anyone that the armor would fit better on? To make more use of it?
He sort of looks around and he's like,
No!
The armor itself looks dwarvish in make. It's meant for somebody that's small and sort of bulky, but being not bulky, it's sort of too wide for him rather than too tall.
I see. Although, is it like really well made? Is it damaged?
It looks like it was made for like somebody that might have been a soldier or just somebody that needed a suit of armor. Over the years, it looks like it's become a bit rusted, a bit worn down. But aside from that, it looks like it's still a decent suit of armor.
So it's like not quite prime condition, but
not quite prime, no.
Because what you could do is, because, well, it doesn't really seem to be doing you any favors, is you could sell it to someone and then use the money that you got from that to either buy a new set, buy a better weapon, buy general supplies for the whole, just forgot what, settlement.
Well, traders tend to run away from us because, you know, kobolds. We like shiny things, and traders have shiny things, and they don't want to give us shiny things.
Aww. That's not very nice of them.
No, it's not. I just want shiny. And the ammo used to be shiny, and that's why I took it, but it's not shiny anymore. No. So, not shiny.
Can I try and clean the armor?
Oh?
So that it goes back to being shiny?
Okay. You kneel next to the armor and start sort of like rubbing away at each of them. And like, just a section of the armor. What are you like? you're just sort of like rubbing it down with like a cloth or something
Yeah,
while he's still wearing it.
just try and buff it. Yeah, just
Yeah.
hold still, little dude.
He's like sort of fighting, but he's not really fighting.
Ah!
I could also do the old prestidigitation to make parts of it clean. Up to what I'm pretty sure it's 1 square foot, 1 cubic foot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I
So-
can like clean parts of it.
If you did like 3, you'd be able to 3 casts of prestidigitation. You'd be able to clean his entire armor set.
Yeah. Oh, I just help out Nox and not take away the
Bonding
the
time.
whole- yeah, the bonding time, the
Don't
emotional
feel-
experience, the
You sort of
satisfaction. of it.
You sort of wave your hand and like lift away a lot of like the really hard scrape, like caked on bits of like dirt and scratches that he had that Nox definitely wouldn't be able to get on. So it's just like a thin layer of dirt that's easy to wipe off now. Nox, as you're like scraping off dirt, you notice a small image or like a tag, clan tag. Engraved into the side of the armor. As you as you look closely at the design, you recognize it. The design that you see is one that you haven't seen since you left your home to go to Phaedrol for your holiday of sorts. It's a sort of, it's like a, hold on, let me find it. Come on. There we go. It's like a D, but with a large cross through it. Inside a sort of coat of arms. You recognize this as the symbol of your home, Jeroen.
Hey! Hey! So I guess I tell the others, but more important question, is the armor coming up shiny?
Yes.
Good. Guys, this logo is actually from my hometown. See this one right here on his armor?
How did he come by it?
Found it! Dead body!
What?
Yes, dead body.
Someone from your hometown doing this far away.
I have no idea, but I mean, far away, so must be a plausible explanation. Little kobolds, the person who you stole it off, did it look like they were attacked by yetis or possibly something else?
Nope, didn't look like they were attacked by anything.
So they were just dead.
Yeah, well, just dead, blue, in the cold.
Oh.
So it was hypothermia?
I suppose so.
Possibly.
It says, tales have said, the traveling kobolds have told us that the winter gets quite bad down south. North is where it is better.
Okay.
The seas have frozen. It is not safe. Except for, apparently, there is safeguards in your room and along the way from the winter via magical means. But aside from that, no, not really.
How do you know all this?
Traveling kobolds. The ones with the wings. They tend to fly around and just examine.
Oh, okay.
How did the kobolds get wings?
How if we know they have wings? That's all I get.
Okay, fair enough. Interesting, to say the least. I'm just gonna keep cleaning the kobold's armor until it's like shiny.
Very shiny. His armor slowly becomes more and more shiny over time.
Yay!
Nice.
Yeah.
Worth it.
So
I've got another question.
for me or for the kobold?
DM quest for sort of like
Yeah.
game is there anyone in the settlement that looks like they can do magic?
There is no kobolds in the settlement that look like they can do magic.
Aww.
That's disappointing.
They all look fairly sort of like barbaric, maybe. None of them have exactly like a wand or anything that you can see.
Oh.
Okay, is there anything else you guys want to do?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can I just stand in awe of how cute the kobolds are?
Just stand there, just like, oh my god.
Yeah. Just, aww.
As they all sort of like clutter around and just like pitter patter around and scamper around the area around you, just carrying like little bits of meat, like having a sausage sizzle in a primary school.
Aww.
Okay, yeah. Vaven, Bleak, is there anything you guys want to do?
Not really.
Okay. So,
We're ready to leave.
Are you guys ready to leave? Set off?
Bye bye, Baron.
I hope that you'll be able to join us soon, but it's understandable if you need a lot more time for this, because I imagine that it's quite hard to really process all this.
I'll take a few days and make peace with Lotos.
Good luck! Hope you're feeling well yourself soon!
Hope you come back to being yourself.
Nox doesn't believe in depression, confirmed.
Nox is the kind of person that when they hear about their friend having depression, they tell them to just cheer up.
Oh, ouch!
Okay.
Nox is just one of those people where if she's feeling sad, she's just like, oh, I'll just get over it.
She doesn't understand, like, existential, like, terror or anything.
Nope.
You're just like, I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you head, slowly one by one you start leaving, and as you're leaving, the kobolds, like, wave at you, and they, like, hurry after you, just, like, watching you slowly take out your stuff and leave.
Goodbye.
And they're all, like, jumping, they're like, thank you! Come again!
Had a magical device that took painting photos of things. I would totally use it right now. Totally.
We'll have to visit sometime.
And you guys slowly leave the Kobold Sanctuary, going back into the cold. The next... So you guys all start heading towards Rupberry now? Okay. So, the rest of your journey to Rupberry is rather uneventful, but as the Kobolds told you, the way down is getting more and more cold. The closer you get to Rupberry or the sea, the closer, the more the snow seems to be falling, until you notice that the presence of life seems to be nil. The only way you guys can get any sleep is by huddling inside your tiny huts from the bell or from Vaven's magic.
What about my Yeti fur? Does that help?
You're just carrying that with you at the moment.
No.
You've sort of been using it as a makeshift blanket.
Okay.
After like cleaning it off of like blood and stuff, you know. It takes about a few days, 2-3 days maximum, to get down to an area where you start seeing houses. As you're like traveling along, on either side of the road you see small towns. The main road appears to go through a few of them, but in each of these towns they appear completely deserted. All the houses' windows are broken or otherwise shattered, and the few remaining humans that seem to have once lived there are no longer. Houses are desolate, frozen over. The roofs cascading down with snow that has dripped slowly, overweighing the roofs. As you guys, the entire feeling of the houses and the areas around you is now less than desolate. You eventually really reach, after a few days travel, a series of large vineries. These vineries seem to stretch on for miles, with grapevines, but each and every one of the grapevines does not resemble their normal sort of green. They're instead branch-like, dead, wrapped around the pale metal or wood stakes that used to stand them in rows. The vines bear no fruit. And as you slowly crawl through these masses of vineyards, eventually you find a large metal gate standing in the snow like a pillar amongst the death. The gates hang with icicles and frost and snow, and the bars appear to be frozen together. The metal is a interesting shape. It appears like normal sort of barred iron gates, but they've got this sort of twisting, twirling, cold steel patterns that appear to look like leaves and vines. The gates where you normally would have, where people normally would open them, are frozen shut.
Oh.
What do you guys do?
I want to try and just investigate the gate, try and get a better understanding of it.
Okay. You roll in, roll a history check, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I am proficient in history. Okay, that'll be in 18.
18? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You know these as the gates to Rupberry. Behind these gates is technically where the city of Rupberry begins. These gates were built because Rupberry was once an incredibly popular town, and they needed some sort of protection on the main roads to make sure people didn't just come flooding in. However, it appears like they're not needed anymore. Sam, Curtis, you do not know this.
Okay.
Is he gonna tell us?
Yes.
And
I have information to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess this is at least part of Rupberry.
yeah. Do you know anything else about Rupberry?
Do I?
You know that Rupberry used to be an incredibly popular town because of the amount of vineyards it had. It was also a beach town, so it had a lot of exporting and importing of goods. So it was a very, very wealthy town.
And I imagine whatever frozen atrocity came here targeted it as a result of the popularity and the practicality of the place. Because all the vineyards attracted lots of crowds and they were able to trade a lot with bordering nations as a result. Of course, then there's also just the assumption that it was the steady incline of the cold from the south, so... And this is just an unfortunate victim of the winter.
Rather sad.
What do you do?
I don't know. Anybody got any ideas?
Guess we just go in, huh?
I would think so.
You push on the gates, but as I said before, they're frozen shut.
Can you start a fire?
Yeah,
Talk moving.
yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly what I was gonna say. I want to just
Cast routine.
could I try and
Mm-hmm.
okay, if I use firebolt on it, would that like damage the gate itself, or just melt some of the ice?
It would be like throwing like a large matchstick at an ice thing, and then having that matchstick immediately go out. It wouldn't like melt the ice because it wouldn't stay there for long enough to like warm it.
Okay.
It might melt it a little, but like not too much. You'd need to have like a continual flame to melt the ice.
Okay, so then I will just use conjure fire, not bonfire. Sorry,
Okay.
to try and melt some of that ice.
Okay. You conjure a small ball of fire under the lock, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And it sort of flickers away, glowing brightly, and slowly melts the ice. Each drop of ice hits the fire with a tss, until eventually the lock has been melted entirely. And with a light press on the gates, they swing open, meaning that you guys can now walk towards Rupberry.
Yay! Go Viven! Woo!
After you two.
Okay. I'll take the lead, I guess.
No, I'll take the lead, says the goblins as they run ahead of you.
Okay.
Thus was how the goblins died.
Dang it.
The gates sort of swing closed behind you because from the wind, and you guys start making your way into Rupberry. As you reach the main area of Rupberry, you see the amount of houses slowly become more and more. You see an incredibly large amount of houses coming in, as if it was once a large, bustling metropolis, which it was, with businesses on every street, but now the entire town looks rather run down. Buildings that once housed business are now dark in the windows with signs saying how the shops are temporarily closed, but will soon be open, though by the looks of it the shops haven't been open for a while. Worn down signs tell you that the beach is westwards from here, where you're standing. Some of the buildings around you emit warm yellow light, but most are just hollow shells. You eventually get to the main area, which is sort of a circular courtyard. Westwards from where you guys are standing is the beach, and around you there is a series of bars and taverns. There appears to be a boat company of sorts, and signs that tell you where other shops or districts may be.
Is there anybody around? Like
As
standing outside?
as you guys like look, a man kind of like steps out of a house and starts wandering down towards the bar or liquor store district.
Should we follow him, maybe?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
You start following him.
Yep.
Okay. You follow the man, kind of like you walk behind the man, and as you're like walking behind him, the man starts like walking faster.
No. Sir, do not be alarmed. We're not following you. We're simply going to the same place. Complete coincidence.
without like turning around. Without turning around, he goes, "Strangers turn up at a town like this, and they start following people around. You gotta be a bit more suspicious, don't you think?" And he kind of like starts.
I don't think we're
up.
suspicious.
I mean,
I do.
I can kind of understand his perspective. An elf, human, ganassi, and 2 goblins? Sounds like the start of a bad joke.
Indeed it does.
What's the rest of the joke then?
Rest of the joke would be when you kill me. And he starts running.
I don't want to kill you.
He disappears around a corner, and you guys don't see where he went.
Oh, well, that went terribly.
Oh, I thought it went rather well.
Did you not see him just run away?
Yes, but he's leading us where everybody else is. Is that not a win?
I'm not sure if you'd appreciate it if we follow the man that's running for his life, who has heavily insinuated that he thinks we're gonna kill him.
Oh, maybe not. Not sure. I'll just follow you then.
What's the harm in it?
I mean,
Then
it is a
again-
plan, though.
Yes, it's probably the only reasonable way we could actually find other people.
Well, around you, you're now standing in the liquor district, is a series of bars and taverns. Some of them still have lights on.
So should we... What's the coolest looking bar?
That's a good question.
Well,
It
you
is a
see,
good question.
wait, how many bars? Hold on. Two. Oh, there's only 2. You see 2 bars near you that appear to still be running. Oh, wait, no. You see 3 bars that may be running around you. One of them is a small bar that appears to still have at least 1 member inside. The candlelight kind of like glows through the windows as you see a man sort of like sitting at his, what's it called, counter, just sort of like counting coins. The other bar looks like a slightly more well used. It's a small bar called that has a sign on the front of called the Flying Fish. Inside appears to be a few patrons and a tall man, tending to drinks. The other bar fills you with odd feelings. You see the building, and it looks relatively normal. But as you get closer, you feel a strange feeling. It's as if you've been there before.
Oh?
Has anybody been here before? It feels kind of familiar.
Is it by any chance a particularly well-lit bar?
It's actually doesn't
Feel
seem
like
to be
someone
well
just
lit.
recently finished.
Around the bar, it feels warm, but the windows don't appear to be giving off any light. However, the cracks around the door frame appear to have more than enough light coming through.
Shall we go in?
Yes, take the lead, Vaven.
Very well.
So you're going into the odd one?
Mm-hmm.
You wander up to the door, and you hear the sound of music and talking coming from inside. You creak it open, and inside the building, inside what you thought to be a completely, like, it didn't look like there was many people inside, is the light bar. Or the inside of the light bar, at least. The door appears to have opened into it. as you step in, you look behind you and see that the windows that you saw from outside the bar aren't even there in the first place, and the doors that the single door that you just opened has transformed into a double door inside the light bar.
Ben just disconnected.
Oh, did he?
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
As you wander in, you see the light bar owner sort of like hurriedly just writing away at like a book or something, and you see the familiar faces of some of the forms of the mannequins that you now know are there. And as you guys one by one wander in, the light bar manager looks up at you and he's like, "Oh, hello, friends. Welcome back."
How is it possible you're here and also at the last town we were at?
Well, the doors to the light bar are magical. They can lead anywhere in the entire of Ascana. Perhaps outside of it. I haven't tried.
What,
Well,
is this
that
some
is
sort
rather
of
handy.
portal to a demiplane or something that you've created?
Astral dimension, actually. And yes, it is. You got that very fast, Vaven. I need to talk to you in a little bit, but first I shall deal with your friends. Hello and welcome to the Light Bar. How are we all today?
Cold.
Still super sketch-like.
Cold?
Very cold.
Well,
I do not
come,
like the
sit by the fire. Warm up. There's a small fire sort of like situated in the side of the room that you guys can sit near. Warm yourselves
Nox
up.
sits in front of the fire.
Okay. How are you there, Bleak?
Pretty good.
Ah, fantastic.
Recently made some new friends.
Making new friends, are we?
Yeah, still rather pissed at you for the whole nightmare ordeal.
Well then, feel free to sit anywhere.
Sit at his desk.
Yeah, can I just sit on his lap?
You wander over to him and just like down his lap. You
Got a real seduction real quick. What?
What'd
you get?
What'd you get?
Oh, I got an 11.
You got an 11?
Yeah.
He kind of looks at you and he's like, "Nice try." And he kind of like, he you know that he just sort of like pushes his knee up and just throws you back up onto your feet. He's like,
Oh.
Go sit with Nox over there, would you? Oh,
Nox is hogging the fireplace.
yeah, you're just sitting in front of it, like as close as you can get. Oh, and Bleak, sorry, not Bleak, Vaven, you're here too.
Yes?
Where is your
Hello?
large friend?
Baronoth, he
what?
in between our travels from damn, I forgot the place is called. Religious town.
Hi, host.
Between High Host and here, we came across a slight traumatic attraction that impacted Baronoth
Slight
severely.
traumatic attraction. Would you perchance be talking about the Child Carnival?
Yes.
Ah, yes, some of my regular customers encountered that on their travels. How did that go?
Well, there's no more Child's Carnival anymore.
What do you mean?
Well, we kind of fought the ringleader and released all the children, and Baronoth took the big blob of children out of them. Its misery?
Ah. Well, I guess that's better for my business. People tend to encounter that and then they don't trust many magical things after a while, especially things that teleport. That's interesting. Because I had his little mannequin waiting for him. Would you like to take it instead?
What about the mannequin that that Baronoff purchased?
Yes, that one.
Can we get a refund for that? Baronoff's changed his mind, unfortunately.
We're
Roll
gonna
the-
steal from Baronoff now.
Roll deception.
Okay.
This is what it gets for not getting it.
Hey!
What'd you get?
Ooh. I'm just trying to find what I need to add.
Isn't it like
18 for
-1?
deception.
Oh.
18?
18.
Oof.
Eh.
He said that, did he?
Yes, he did, unfortunately. Yeah, change of heart. I'm not sure why, he just said it out of the blue. Quite a shame.
Well, I think I'll hold on to it for now and see if he wants it when he takes it. But for now, you may take it if you need. It's, his, of course.
Yes. We'll leave it here for the meantime.
Leave it here for the meantime.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But do feel free to come get it whenever. For the rest of you, would you like a room, perhaps? Or food, or anything? Yes?
I believe we do need a room to stay.
A room?
Of course.
Ah,
Yes.
well,
Has your pricing changed at all?
of course not. 1 gold piece. For the night. Of course, is there any luxuries you would want in these rooms of yours? Perhaps... No?
No?
What would you recommend?
A bathhouse, perhaps, maybe. I know you lot aren't exactly ones for the entire gimmick of the, well, you know, brothel. So, I doubt you will be wanting any of those items. And he starts, like, crossing things off on this. No. And is there anything that you guys would, or you fine people, may want in your rooms? Perhaps a couple dog beds for the goblins?
How big would the rooms be?
As big as they were before, of course. You know, with the
Yes.
double bed in the center, with the ensuite, and the closets and wardrobes.
Yeah. How are we going to split up who sleeps where? Are we going to have 2 rooms, 3 rooms, 4 rooms?
It's a golden
Why
room.
would we need 4 rooms?
It's a golden room, my friends.
We have the goblins to worry about.
Oh, they'll be fine.
You will be
Shouldn't we
fine.
just-
Wait,
shouldn't
why will we be
no,
fine?
we-
Where are we sleeping?
in dog beds.
Ah, okay.
Oh, ha, ha.
I don't like the mean woman.
How dare you say that?
If you want, you can take my bed because I'm not going to need.
Yay, Maven's bed! Same room, same room!
And the bartender looks down at the goblins like, yes, same room. And the goblin's like, yay! And they start running up the stairs.
And then Raven's just gonna flick him a coin.
Vaven, once you are accustomed to your room, I would like to see you down here.
Very well.
I have something important to tell you. For the rest of you, how about you? Will you be sleeping together, same room, or different rooms?
Different room.
Different rooms? So that would be a gold piece from each of you.
Okay. I hand over a gold piece.
He takes it and just sort of like slots it under the desk. And you, Bleak,
Yep,
will you be staying here?
of course.
A gold piece it is then.
Okay.
He takes the gold piece. the rooms that you will be staying in are
Perfect.
the same as last time, except Nox. You did not stay here last time, did you?
No, I don't think I did.
Of course, you went to the Jade Hotel, didn't you? And same with you, Curtis. Not Curtis, sorry, Bleak.
Bleak.
Bleak? Are you alive?
Bleak.
You're cutting out like crazy. You literally just went, I said, and then you cut out. Huh. Okay.
It's probably beer.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
The mic's just goofing.
The mic's
See.
doing a goof.
I said it multiple times. Be right back. Come the fuck off.
Okay. There we go. Anyway. You guys each hand him your gold pieces, and he sends you up to different rooms. You wander in, and you find that the room is how you left it last time. Opening the closets, you see that there aren't any of the unfortunate or slightly sexual objects or outfits that there were before. Instead, they seem to have been replaced by just general kind of hotel equipment, like nightgowns and towels and stuff like that. Inside the what are they called? The drawer dresser kind of things along the wall. There is a series of where there used to be things that you didn't really want to see. Is instead a small minibar that supplies with drinks and snacks of various different kinds. Okay. Is there anything you guys want to do while you're here? Now that you're all on
Okay,
your
I'm just gonna leave most of my stuff in my room, making sure that the two goblins aren't being destructive and chaotic.
At the
blah,
current
blah, blah.
moment of the time, they're just both jumping on the bed.
That's about as calm as they'll probably be. So, then going back down to see Light Bar Man.
Mm-hmm. You head down the stairs and you meet with the bartender at the counter. Vaven, hello.
So you wanted to speak with me?
I did indeed, my friend. Come with me. We'll sit in this booth over here. And he leaves his area.
Very well.
Now, dear Vaven, I have been watching you for a while now, through others' eyes, of course. I have been communing with your follower. You look, not the one on your shoulder, but your other one.
My other one?
Well, your entire group's follower. The one that's been following your journey since the very start. Since Phaedral, in fact. Not just you.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure.
The Rodent King Vaven, of course.
Ah.
A large cockroach friend.
Yes.
Yes. It appears he has morphed into a human form most recently and has been wandering around the towns near you. I have no idea where he has gone to, but he is somewhere around here. If you endeavor to find him, you might. Anyway, you seem to know almost instantly what this place was.
Well, it was merely an assumption based on the fact that it looked exactly the same as the previous settlement. The exteriors were different, but they felt familiar. And that just led me to make the only thing that came to mind was some sort of separate plane with multiple entries.
Well, you're more than right there, Vaven. The light bar itself isn't just one place. It's, in fact, many. It's its own separate plane of existence that floats within the astral plane, minding its own business without quarrel or fight. Occasionally an astral dragon will knock on the outside and we'll get a bit of a tumble, but apart from that, we're mostly okay. If you, of course, understand that. The doors here are magical. They can open to essentially any door that I, as a wanderer of the mortal material world, have walked through. I have walked through this door before in my travels, and therefore the light bar can, well, it can appear here.
Ah.
Its home residence, however, is in High Host. That's why the building looked mighty different to how it looks now.
I see. That's quite impressive, and I imagine would have required a lot of prowess and knowledge about creating plane.
Oh, more than a lot, Faven. It requires you to essentially become a god, to have so much control over magic and the weave that you yourself are the equivalent of, even more powerful than the Rodent King.
Oh, that's a very impressive feat.
Indeed. You are in yourself a lesser god, a sub-god of sorts. And I've taken a liking to you.
Oh?
Well, you see, you remind me of me from when I was but a wizard, a adventurer, an amazing adventurer. If I don't blow my own horn, and yours as well. I was wondering if I could sponsor you in a way. Help you.
How so?
Well, as you can see, my magic is quite powerful. It's quite ingenious how it works. I was wondering if you would like a taster of that magic. A sort of... I don't know. A sort of user-own time experience. A little chance to see what powers I have. Would you like something like that, Vaven?
Is there some kind of trade-off
Trade-off?
in this?
Something you give me for my power?
Yes.
Well, you're already doing what I would ask you to trade. You're stopping Thumoth. That's all I can ask of you. You see, I also live in the material world. I don't just dwell here. Without the material world, where would all my customers come from now, would they? By killing Thumoth, you're helping me. I merely want to repay the favor. Will you let me repay the favor, Vaven?
Very well, then.
Very well. Well, shake my hand. He reaches across the table. And you shall have a taster of my power.
Okay, and Faven grabs it.
Vaven, immediately as you shake his hand, you notice from his shoulder coils of this sort of like purplish energy wrap down his arm and into his hand, passing through into you as the coil springs into his hand through his fingertips, and you feel it wrapping up and around your shoulder. It feels staticky, sort of like pins and needles along your arm as it reaches up into your body, and immediately you feel this surge of power that you haven't felt before into you. And as the last kind of tendril of magic strips out of his arm, he pulls away and he's like, "There we go. Not so bad, was it?"
No.
No.
looking a little bit worse for wear. That not being able to walk properly. Got that static feeling.
Oh, don't worry, the static feeling will go away. In time, it's just your body getting used to the new magic that it now inhabits it. You'll find that you will be able to do a few more abilities that you weren't able to do before. Eldritch Blast being one of them. I'm sure you know about that. Yes. Your magic is now much larger in nature.
Huh.
And perhaps you could use it to deal with that Wraith fellow for me. If you encounter him. He's...
Ideally, yes. I imagine we both have reasons to despise him and want him out of the picture.
Oh, more than you would know. Anyway, you may go back to your room now if you wish, or you may stay down here for a meal or so. Or you may find one of these lovely ladies a way back to your bed. Until then, we shall meet again one day.
All right.
So, are you doing anything, or are you just going back to your room?
Are there any other patrons of the bar that look like they came from Rupberry?
It doesn't appear like so. It looks like most of them came from Adorel or Phaedrel or one of the northern cities, because none of them are wearing exactly tattered clothes.
Okay.
Okay. So, Sam, Curtis, what are you guys doing?
Nox
Have a
is
nap.
gonna...
You have a nap?
Nox is gonna go down to the bar and talk to the barkeeper.
Okay. Vaven, what are you doing?
Seeing that there's no one there, I'm just gonna go up to my room and make sure our favorite goblin duo doesn't screw something up.
Okay. You wander up to your room, and as you're wandering up the stairs, you sort of like bump shoulders with Nox, and you're like, hey. Nox, you wander down to the bottom floor and see the bartender.
Hello, Mr. Bartender.
Oh, hello there.
You seem very magically inclined, and I was wondering, is there any possibility you can use your magic to, like, somehow open a portal to a room filled with cute animals? Is that a possibility?
There is no room
what always cheers me.
There is no room in any of the planes that houses a room full of cute animals, but what I could do is create a dream of sorts. Do you remember that nightmare you had?
Oh yes, the rather scary one.
Yes.
I'd rather not talk about it again.
Well, how about that, except cute animals?
Okay, let's do it.
Go back to your room, fall asleep, and I will cast a spell.
Brilliant, thank you so much.
Okay.
Nox walks back to her room and attempts to fall asleep.
Okay. I'm gonna say you can fall asleep. You immediately as you fall asleep, you feel like as you drift off to sleep, you still have this sort of like consciousness about you. And immediately as you close your eyes and fall asleep, you open them again as if you're waking up. It feels like you're waking up, and look around you. Inside the room is a series of like small puppies just bouncing around the room doing puppy things.
Aww.
Seeing you wake up, they run over to you, and all of them start like licking your face and wagging their tails furiously, and you feel like the little yeah, you just kind of like put your arms out and like pull them all in like this huge hug as they're like climbing up trying to lick your face.
I can just imagine, like, if someone was to walk in and Nox napping, she'd just be, like, lying on the bed with her arms up.
Just like, okay. Vaven, you walk into the room and you see the two goblins just sort of bouncing on the bed, like, yes! Hello, Zip! Hey, Vaven!
Hello.
Hi! You need to try this someday. It's very fun. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Yes, you got it, brother. Yes, brother, I've got it. Up, down, up, down. Huh?
Vaven's just gonna leave.
Okay, you just leave. Okay, where are you going?
Back downstairs.
Okay. You head back downstairs and you see the bartender and, of course, all the rest of the patrons and mannequins sitting around the area.
I'm gonna actually leave the light bar and wander around Rupberry.
Okay. You leave the light bar and step outside back into the bar district. Also, guess who just came online, boys?
Jaden?
Oh my god.
Jaden just came online, but
Jaden!
no, he's not in the call. He's just online.
This is no longer a D&D stream. Let's go rang Jade.
This is a bully Jaden
This is
stream.
a bully Jaden.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna send him. I just sent him a message, Jaden, with an exclamation mark. Anyway, you wander out and you're still in the bar district. You look around and you see a series of like the buildings that you saw were lit up before.
So, out of the other two bars that are left, which one looks the most, like, which one's of the better quality? Oh, that's a scraping sound.
Oh,
Stop! No, bad. Oh, he just went offline. He realized, and then he's like, "Oh fuck!"
Oh shit!
The other bar, the best looking bar around you is, of course, the light bar, but the second best would probably be the Flying Fish, which is a small bar that's just sort of like sitting on the corner of the road, with small glowing windows with lights inside.
I'll go to that one.
You wander into the bar, and inside the bar, it appears that the few inhabitants of Rupberry that are still there and not working are at the bar. It's got a thin, tall half orc at the manning the bar, and it is rather cold, but it's slightly warmer than outside. The windows rattle and crack as the wind pelts them with snow, and there are several tables. On one of them there is a black-skinned tiefling, and in the other you see two people. One of them is human, and the other is trying to find half-elf.
I'm gonna go up to the half-orc boy.
Okay. You wander up to the half-orc at the bar, and he kind of looks and he's like, "Ah, hey there, friend. You're not from around here. I haven't seen you before."
No, I'm not. I came here with a few of my friends. We were hoping to spend a few days here, get a lay of the land, see if there's anything of interest here, any good shops, good food, good drink.
Well,
the
even
usual.
after
What?
the
How does he know my name?
I didn't say Vaven.
Oh, I thought you did.
I
My
said
bad.
well even.
I thought you did too.
I said
Yeah.
well even.
Didn't you say like, listen here, man?
Hmm?
What did he say?
I said well even, and then you guys interrupted me. No, I didn't say well Vaven. I said well even.
Suspicious.
I said
Very.
let me finish, okay? Well, even if this place has been a bit run down because of the cold, it's still a thriving metropolis in its own ways. maybe not quite what it was before, but there's certainly things to do here. What are you looking for exactly? Why come here?
Well, the final goal is for us to ideally take a ship from here down to Rostafar, but we want to spend a few days here to just compose ourselves, rest, and recuperate after having to spend quite a while out in the cold.
Well, you've come to the right place if you're looking to recuperate. We've got more than enough drinks to keep you warm in these cold seasons. So, what'll it be? You want to chat? You want to drink? Anything specific?
I can't think of anything in particular, but who are the? Can you tell me a bit about some of the other patrons here? And is there anyone of great importance in the town I should know?
Well, that guy over there, that tiefling, his name's Song. He's a singer of sorts. The ones in the corner are new here as well. Pirates, as so I've heard.
Oh?
Yeah, maybe you don't want to deal with those folk. They're,
I see.
Fairly sketchy, but they're business, so I ought to, you know.
Bolts directly towards them.
Wait, do you? Do you walk over to them?
No.
Oh, okay.
I see.
Mm.
Also, besides the taverns you have here, are there any interesting shops or interesting places?
Oh, we got well, there's interesting places here. None of them are exactly practical, but they're interesting. Got an old haunted house. You've got the bank, which doesn't exactly work as a bank should, I can tell you that much. And, well, you've got the boat hires. Most of them are shut down except for Paragon Navigations, but that guy is, he's insane. I wouldn't... He doesn't really know what's going on with the seas. Don't think he ever will. I reckon the whole Rupberry thing sort of drove him a little bit mad.
By Rupberry thing, do you just mean the dramatic temperature change?
Yeah, the dramatic temperature change being one of them, the dramatic social change being the other. After the winter started coming, we weren't able to grow any berries. Berries?
Oh.
No, we weren't able to grow any grapes for our wines. Then,
Right.
And of course, the seas are, frozen over, so we can't exactly ship many things because the people don't exactly have any icebreakers. Well, not many of them have icebreakers. So, and the pirate problem got even worse. So people stopped coming here to export and import. So, yeah.
How about the...
Frankly, everything just sort of went to shit.
How did the pirates manage, the supposed pirates manage to get here then? Did they have an icebreaker?
I suppose. Well, yeah. Ship came in a few days ago. Big one. Big metal thing. It's called the Statesman, from what I've heard. See, the ships have gone real sketchy. People that didn't used to be pirates that had the icebreakers have turned to pirates now that it's really the only way to survive on those seas.
Ah, I see.
It's real anarchy out there. But, I'm sure you don't want to hear about all the bad stuff. Let's talk about the good stuff, like, drinks. Would you like any?
What kind of drinks do you have?
Well, I'm glad you asked. You see, here in Rupberry, we brew our very own. personally tend to have my three most favorites. We got the Lavender Joy, the Garlic Riddle, and the Western Smash. I named that last one myself.
Okay. What do you recommend for me?
Well, Lavender Joy is for the old girls on the night out. Garlic Riddle is for the people that want to go hard or go home, and Western Smash is for the guys that just like chilling around, sitting around, drinking beer. Whichever one you think is best for you.
I think I'll try the last one.
The Western Smash, good choice. It's my favorite personally. And he turns around and starts just like, he takes like a beer bottle off the counter and pours you like what are they called? Pitchers? I forgot.
Pause me drank.
What?
You pause me drank.
He pours you a mug of the beer, and he kind of slides it over to you. Oh, that'll be 5 silver. Nothing's too expensive here. You know, after we take what we can. I'll put it that way.
Wait, sir, how much was it?
5 silver.
Okay.
Not too much.
I'll give him 6.
Okay. You slide like the extra silver over, and he winks at you and he's like, "Thank you very much, my friend." Well, is there anything else you want to know about while you're here?
No, I think that's everything.
Well, enjoy your beer. I'm gonna go tend to the pirates over there. And he sort of wanders over, and you just sort of watch as he takes their order, comes back, starts pouring drinks for them. Okay, Nox, your puppy-filled thing just kind of keeps getting better as more and more small fluffy animals enter the room, just slowly one by one. Like 1 second it's full of puppies, and then the next is just like crap ton of bunnies come in, and then a crap ton of kittens, and then just like different like animals from all breeds and races. At one point there's a few kobolds in there just sort of like coming in for cuddles, and then they leave after a little bit.
Aww.
And just one by one, each of like the things that you find cute, just come in, do this cute little thing, and then leave. And this goes on for a couple hours, and then eventually, you sort of like open your eyes, feeling much more refreshed, and you're just like, oh. Okay. Is there anything you're gonna do? It's the last few hours of sunlight now.
Just
Sam?
No. I'm just taking in the cute puppy dream.
Okay. You're gonna just keep dreaming about puppies? Okay. Vaven, what are you doing then?
After savoring my drink, I'm gonna go over to the pirates.
Okay. You sort of like you're like building up your like your confidence as you're like just sitting there. You're like, okay, whew, you got this, Vaven. You got this.
Psyching
yourself up. And then, like, there's, like, a little bit of beer left. You just sort of, like, put it to your lips and just, like, bang it back. And you just, like, slam your cup down. And you're like, you got this. And you stand up and, like, very confidently, like, straight back, chest out, walk over to the pirates. And you, so now you're just standing in front of the pirates, just very, like, stubbornly, like... chest out, puffed out, trying to look as cool as you can, you know?
Cool guy Vaven asserts dominance
Yeah.
over pirates. Okay. Hello there.
Alright. This is...
I was talking with the bartender over there, and he told me that you and your friend here are pirates. You recently came to Rupberry.
The people that are sitting in front of you is a female half-elf. She looks quite attractive, except she's got this very sort of like chiseled face that looks very kind of stone cold and very very judgmental of sorts. She's sitting next to a black human who has got very sort of short hair and is wearing a traditional sort of pirate's outfit. He looks over at the woman next to him, and he lifts up his hands out from under the table, and he makes a few signs with his hands, and the woman nods, and she looks back at you. Who are you?
My name is Vaven.
Vaven?
I'm I've been working with a few of my, how should I word this? What's the word I'm thinking of? Damn.
What is the word you're thinking of, Ben?
Associates?
It's like co-workers, but not quite co-workers.
Associates?
Yes. Thank you. I've been working with a few of my associates, and our goal is to try and end this eternal winter. And one of the leads we found has given us the impression that we have to go down south around, is it Tarand? Is that?
Yes.
Okay. So that we can try and get this sorted out. And we decided to take a coastal route by going to Rupberry, then taking a ship down to Rustafar Cove. But it seems there aren't really any options for us to get there besides renting a ship from a very shady and unauthentic boat dealer, or hitchhiking a ride with some people who are well versed in the sea, have a ship that's well equipped to deal with the rapid environmental changes, such as yourselves.
Listen, friend, I'm going to stop you right there. We don't care about the environmental changes. What we care about is money. And frankly, from the looks of you, you don't have enough to afford our time or our company. Now, if you would kindly like to step away before I get my friend to shoot you, that would be much appreciated.
Oh, so do guns exist in this camp, in this setting?
Yes.
Ah, fun.
If you
Done.
would, however, like to come for a ride, we might be able to take you down south. If you have the right sort of currency, that is. How much are you willing to pay?
Well, it depends on the quality of your service. Because if it, although I am not really in a position to choose.
No, you're not.
Mm,
You see, the thing about your services is that you're not going to find any other than us here.
yes. You seem to have a bit of a monopoly on any seafaring transport at the moment.
Indeed we do. So, it's really... You have none of the power at the moment making deals.
No?
No.
Okay then.
So,
Name your price.
well, we could do... I'd say 300 gold could get you down to Ilan's coast. Another 300
Okay.
could get you to Rosfar Cove. 600 gold altogether.
I see. Is there any way I can lower the price, or is it set at 600.
Well, you'd still have to pay, but there are some ways you could lower the price. You could negotiate with our captain. He might be pitiful to you. Perhaps. But really, that's not for us to say.
Very well.
I would like to have some fresh meat on the boat, though. You're not traveling alone, are you?
No. I have a few of my associates. There's Reek, Nox, Baronoff, Goblin 1, Goblin 2. There's another 5 of us.
And are they strong?
2 of them are. The other 3 are capable in more dexterous arts.
Are they good workers? Do they follow orders?
For the most part, when it's a good cause, and there is, like I said, and like you already know, no real choice in the matter, so they will be smart enough to follow any orders given.
They might make good workers. If you meet us here again tomorrow, with your group of adventurers, perhaps we'll entertain you. Bring you to the ship and we'll see how that goes, shall we?
Very well. Approximately what time tomorrow?
Midday, exactly.
Very well.
We will see you then, Vaven.
You too.
The 2 pirates stand up. Well, the woman stands up and then she signs something at the other pirate who stands up, and the 2 of them walk away.
Do I recognize, like, what kind of type of sign language that is? Or what is it?
It's just general sign language.
Okay. Nice.
What are they called? Like, if it's like ASL, it's like... Oh, it would be ASL, Askanan Sign Language.
Okay.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'll go back to the light bar.
You go back to the light bar? Okay. You start heading back to the light bar and you head inside. You find the... You go back to your room and you see the goblins are just jumping on the bed. Still?
We don't get tired, Vaven. You should know this by now.
Just gonna sigh and then sit in the corner, go into trance for 4 hours.
You get into a trance and just sort of like phase out, and by the time you're back awake, you see the goblins have finally tied out, and they're... Oh, no, I'm tired, I'm yawning. They're on the bed, just sort of like fast asleep. Okay. The night sort of passes, and eventually the dawn comes around, and each one of you wakes up slowly and surely into the morning. Okay. Sam, Curtis, what are you guys gonna do first?
I don't know. I am open to suggestions.
Curtis? What do you...
Am I still asleep?
No, you just woke up.
I have no idea then.
Okay, Vaben, are you doing anything?
I'm just gonna spend an hour just going through my spellbook, sorting through the new magical tidbits I've gotten.
Okay. You spend an hour just like looking through your spell book, just checking through everything, making sure all your magics are working as they should. you feel the new energy sort of burning away in your hands as you try out some new sort of spells, and you find a series of odd magic abilities that you hadn't been able to cast before.
Oh.
Is there anything you're going to do after that, though?
Then it's gonna go downstairs to the main lobby area.
Okay. You head downstairs into the main lobby area, and you see customers wandering in and out of the bar. And yeah, what are you doing? Anything down there?
I think I'll just wait for Bleak and Nox to get there.
Okay.
Get down.
Bleak, Nox, what are you guys doing then?
I'll go down to the bar.
I guess I'll go with it.
Okay. You head down to the bar and into the... Well, I cannot talk. You head down to the bar and into the main area of the light bar. And you guys start having breakfast or what?
Yeah,
I'm
breakfast.
just gonna sit in front of the fire.
Okay.
Breakfast.
You
Gonna
sit
get some cereal.
Are you guys gonna eat your rations or are you gonna buy something?
I'm gonna eat rations.
Okay. So you just take some dried food out of your pocket and start munching on it in front of the fire. Just crouched over with a fur Yeti cloak just over you, just no. You look more goblinic than a lot of the goblins at the current moment of time. Curtis, Vaven and Bleak sit at a table and start they both pay gold for a breakfast, and this brilliant sort of a lavish. Yeah, well, he doesn't do anything other than golds.
Oh.
A very lavish, very large sort of breakfast is laid out in front of you guys for you to enjoy.
Nom 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 nom.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Do you always eat in a melody, or do you sometimes mix it up?
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Chomp, chomp. Okay, so you guys, finish eating over your food, and you begin on your. What are you doing now? Is there anything you guys want to do before pirates? Anything you guys want to explore?
Has Vaven told us about talking to the pirates yet?
Oh yes.
That's what I'm going to do. So, yeah. Bleak, Nox?
Yeah?
I think I found us a solution to get us down to I forgot Rostafar Cove.
Oh, okay. What did you find?
Seemingly the only realistic way we'll be able to get there is traveling with pirates.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
And they have quite a steep price of how much we have to pay for them to take us. 600 gold.
Vaven, can we afford that?
I'm not so sure if we can.
I can.
I mean, I have 150 gold.
141.
I have 50.
50 gold.
I'm not poor, I swear.
No.
Yo, can we take a loan?
There is a bank here.
We could rob the bank?
Rob the bank!
No.
That's not what I was
Let's rob the
suggesting.
bank.
No, we could try and get a loan? Maybe?
Okay. But you've got to try and get the loan because I don't think they'll give it to us.
Why wouldn't they give it to you?
I don't know. But I feel like they're more likely to trust you, Vaven.
Thank you. But I'd rather you two come with me as well. Not the
Oh, yeah.
So we
goblin.
can rob the bank together. Good idea.
Yes. No. No, we're not robbing the bank.
Well,
Mm. Okay, but they want us to meet them at one of the other bars I went to around midday. Well, exactly at midday, and I would rather have not be late for that, or otherwise, quite literally, our only chance of leaving here will set sail without us.
Okay, well, we can definitely make that time.
So,
Okay.
shall we go to the bank then?
Yes, lead the way.
Okay, you guys start heading towards the bank. You reach where you see signs along the way, just like leading towards a bank, but the signs appear to be hastily painted. They're not like pristine sort of carved signs like a lot of them. They're just signs that have been carved out of wood and then just like plopped along the and nailed to like signpost over other signs with like painted on word bank all over all of them. You guys slowly reach the bank in quotations, and you see a very kind of rundown looking stone building.
Well, this must be it then.
Lead the way.
Go inside the bank.
You guys head in. Inside the bank is, it looks kind of like something, some sort of like quarrel or something must have gone on in there, because a lot of the building appear to have like fallen down around you. There's very little like stuff there that doesn't look old. Everything looks like it has been either somewhat kind of like rotted away or it's fallen down. Large pillars and stones appear to be chipped and cracked and are just sort of like lying all over the place, while the banker's booths and now all the wood and paper that was in it is now rotten, and it's just very damp and dank. Out of one of the corners, though, pokes a small head. It looks up at you for a second, and then back down. You hear like the murmuring of Draconic, and you see a kobold head just poke back up.
Oh.
What?
Hi?
More kobolds. Hello
Yes.
there.
Hello?
Can I go tackle hug?
Tackle hug?
Yeah.
Okay. You seeing the kobold, you just like are filled with this like sudden like burst of just like excitement, and you start sprinting at it.
The stuff from Zed, he's actually reenacting this.
You start sprinting at the kobold, and as you get closer and closer, the kobold just like suddenly like just realizes that you're running, and it's like, and it dashes away from you and sprints and hides under the under some rocks and stuff. As you're running, you from behind a pillar emerges this human-sized creature. The creature is it's not exactly good looking. It's got very large pointed ears and an oddly shaped nose. Its skin is this sort of like deep red, and and as you're running towards the kobold, intent on like chasing it, it jumps in front of you and pushes you back to the ground. I'd appreciate it if you didn't attack my workers.
I'm about to kill this man.
No.
What do you mean, workers?
They work here.
Do they get paid for it?
Of course.
Okay, it's fine then.
Why? Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm just a fan of kobolds.
Actually, we came here for a specific reason.
And what reason is that?
We are in need of a loan.
A loan? People don't normally come here for loans.
Well, that is what a bank is for, isn't it?
But people don't normally come here for anything bank-related.
Then what would they come here for?
People don't normally come here. In general.
Then how do you have the money to still pay your employees if you're not doing so well in the business?
They're paid on food.
That seems reasonable enough.
They've said nothing else. Now why are you here? For a loan? You're sort of you feel very on edge around this guy. Because of, not just because of how he looked, but you recognize his race, Vaven. You know he's a hobgoblin.
Oof. Well, hobgoblins are nasty.
They're
like
kobolds too. They're just like regular goblins.
They're like goblins, but like smarter. And they're mean.
And taller.
Yeah, it's not a good hug. Can I walk up to the hobgoblin and try and hug him?
You start wandering towards the hobgoblin, and as you you put your arms out, like about to give him a hug, and he just pulls a sword from his pocket and just puts it to your neck. You come any closer, and I'll make your friend into a shish kebab.
I'd like to see that. I mean, how would you do it? Do you have a giant skewer?
With the sword, lady.
Oh, where's the sword
simple,
when we want to make spaghetti kebabs?
Kebab, then.
You know what? I'm gonna back off, okay? And then I'm gonna stealth and do it again.
He's looking directly at you, so
turn invisible.
Okay, fine. I'll distract him with my little jewel thing that flies at his face. And then
Oh,
he needs a damn hug.
oh no.
You gonna make the jewel thing fly at his face?
Yeah, but have a hit on my jewel, bro.
Okay. Yeah. You the jewel flies out of your pocket and starts spinning towards him, but seeing it out of the corner of his eye, he with his sword and just whacks it to the ground. But not being one to give up, the jewel starts flying back at him. He whacks it down and he's like, "Call off your thing."
While he's distracted, I want to try and stealth.
Okay, roll for stealth.
It's gonna be a 23.
23?
Yeah.
Oof. Okay. As you're walking towards him, arms out, sneaking out, trying to give him a hug, he sees you out of the corner of his eye and just in the face with his elbow.
Damn it!
And does 6 damage.
So I gotta take a long rest, right? Yeah.
In your face with his elbow.
I'm still going for it, boys.
He knocks you down to the ground, and you just and he's like, "You try that again, I'll stab you."
Bleak, would you mind stopping that, please?
Okay. We'll stop everything.
Elf, call off your Ganassi.
Well, he isn't,
You just did.
and he isn't necessarily my Ganassi. He's just a bit
Special.
no, not necessarily. Just very erratic at times.
Well, what do you want? A loan? You're not doing a very good job of trying to get it.
Sadly, you are very correct.
So, what do you want? How much?
600.
600 gold.
600 gold. Really? And after such a fine display like that, you think I'm gonna give it to you?
Anyone here
Oh,
can
we're
fit
not
the sword?
associated with that Genasi. He just walked in here conveniently after we walked in. We have no idea who he is.
It's almost as bad as me trying to hug him.
Roll deception.
I mean, shouldn't it be disadvantaged?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll deception with
10.
disadvantage. Did you roll with disadvantage?
Oh wait, yeah, it's 10.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
He kind of like looks at you and he's like, "Do you take me for a fool?"
Maybe. No, no.
As you say that, he just like scowls at you. Man, you guys are really bad at gut bargaining, aren't you? I always feel pitiful for you.
Well, our smooth talk is a bit busy, so yes, we are abysmal at this.
How about you give us the loan, I'll give you a hug.
I don't want a hug. I don't want to give you the loan.
How about you give us the loan, and I won't give you a hug.
How about if you try and give me a hug, I'll stab you in the chest.
You really want to be a murderer? Because we can arrange that.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yo, is murder here illegal? Just saying.
Depends on how well we provoke it, I'm assuming. Can we just, like, have a court case instead? That's our campaign.
We're gonna sue him. For
yes. We're gonna sue him out of that 600 gold.
Sue me for what?
Murder? Assault?
I think if I have any right, I could probably sue you for breaking and entering.
But we didn't break and enter. We just entered into this open establishment.
Well, I'm asking you to leave.
Well, I guess we tried.
You did. And
Maybe
you
just
did poorly.
Leaves.
Yeah.
See, so we should have robbed the bank instead. They say it's the walkout.
No.
Okay. You begin to leave. And as you're leaving, you see like groups of kobolds like start like peeking over from the rocks. There appears to be more than just one kobold in there, and they were all just waiting for you to leave.
Oh no.
You eventually exit the building, and yeah, what are you guys gonna do?
I think we're kind of lost. Any other ideas?
Well, no.
No ideas?
What time is it?
What time is it, like, IRL right now, or in the game?
No, it's in game.
In game, it's still in the morning. You guys didn't take long to do that.
There's a haunted house here.
And
I don't know. I'm sort of at a loss for ideas.
which I say we go rob the bank now.
I'm not sure if that's a good idea.
I mean, how well fortified can they be?
Bleak, do you know the kobolds that you rightfully so adore?
It's,
If we were to rob that place, there's a good chance that it would negatively impact the kobolds because,
oh, well, we're not doing it then.
yes, my thoughts exactly. As much as I wouldn't mind the owner of the establishment to be a little have less heavy pockets, I don't think it would be the most ideal solution.
Okay. So what are you doing?
Like all poor people, we have no idea. Let's go ask the light barkeeper the best way to get a large amount of money quickly.
Okay. You guys start heading back to the light bar and enter, and you see the light bar keeper at the counter. Ah, hello, welcome back. So soon. Hello? No one going to talk to me?
Hello.
Hi. Why are you back so soon?
We were just inquiring, what would be the most efficient way to gather up large amounts of...
The most efficient way to gather up large amounts of money. Well, you could go looking for treasure, or I suppose there might be someone around here with in Rupberry that may have a job for you. Actually, I think there may be. In the corner of of Rupberry is a large figure, sort of hunched over. That man over there, he's from around here. Apparently, he was sailing a little while ago before he stopped at a place. He came here asking for help. Apparently, somewhere in Rupberry, there's somewhere that's haunted, so people say, and he wants someone's help with that. If you are, of course, interested in helping.
I mean, I did tell you guys about that haunted house, did I not?
You didn't say anything else about it, though.
Well, I didn't know anything else about it. That's why I thought we could have gone and investigated. But, yes, although my concern is that we'll have to be relatively quick, or otherwise our chances of actually leaving will be impossible, most likely.
Well, you have till midday, is that correct?
Yes.
It's almost midday now. Maybe you should talk to him when you get back.
Okay, so we'll go to the haunted house, assess the situation, talk with the pirates, and hope that they don't ask for the money then and there.
I was thinking more talk with the pirates, come back here, talk to the elephant dude in the corner, and then go to well, wherever you need to go.
Seems reasonable to me.
Or whatever way you really want to do it. I'm not in charge here. It's your guys. It's your adventure.
Bleak? Nox? What do you think would be the best choice?
Let's say we go for it.
I don't know. What do you think, Maven?
For a chief of police, you're fairly indecisive, aren't you, Nox?
Yes, I am, sometimes. Can't help it, though, it's just a thing.
Of course. Well, do as you will. It's not up to me.
Well, I think we should meet with the pirates first, yes. That seems... And then continue to hope that they don't ask us for the money then and there.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys start heading to the place?
Yep.
Okay. You each stand up and wander along into and towards the flying fish. The two pirates that you saw earlier are now still sitting in the flying fish, David. And they're sitting there, and they look up at you, and they're like, and the woman looks up at you and is like, "Ah, Raven,
Hello.
you've come back, and with your friends."
I've brought these two. One of them's a little bit busy, and the other two are. I feel like they'd be detrimental.
The friend that has been spoken about.
You know. My name is Haley Siali. You may call me the Razor, and this is my friend.
Do you mind if I call you Mr. Pirate? I'm just not very good with names, you see, so...
Mr. Pirate.
The woman.
Oh, yes, I mean Mrs. Pirate. So sorry, so sorry.
I do mind, if you call me that. And this is my friend Edgardo. Bulletproof Farnham. You may call him Bulletproof.
Very well. It's a pleasure to probably be introduced.
Have brought Nox along with you, I see, Vaven. Nox, the captain of guard at Daroom, to deal with pirates.
Nox? How...
Sorry, you go.
How do you know these people?
Oh, do I know them? What's going on? Do I know you?
You don't know us, but we know you very, very well, Nox.
Oh, brilliant. So, mind enlightening me then?
You are the captain of the guard at Daroom. Are you not?
Oh, yes, but you see I'm currently on holiday. Quite a holiday this is.
Indeed.
Very interesting.
Vaven, would you come with me, please?
Yeah.
Bring your, Ganassi friend. But you, Nox, you will stay here.
Okay, well, I can do that. I'm currently not on duty, so please don't feel threatened by me in any way.
Shut up, the lot of you. Vaven, come. And she just turns around and starts walking off. And Edgardo stands up and starts following her.
Just follow, I guess. Come on, Bleak.
Okay.
Okay.
Nox, what are you gonna do now?
I guess I'll just find a place to sit down.
You sit down at the, where the pirates were sitting. And you're just like,
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just like watching them, giving some side eye.
Well, I mean, they're not near you. They left the bar.
Yeah, but like as they leave.
You're just gonna watch them? Okay.
Yeah.
They walk you and Vaven and Bleak along towards the beach. At the beach, you see a series of docks, and with ships that have been frozen over. The ice around the ships appears to have frozen and caused them to sink into the water, and they are completely stuck in place. The ice crawls up the sides of the ships, so they're almost completely underlined by this thick kind of layer of ice and frost. Eventually, though, at the end of the docks is a large ship completely made out of metal. The ship appears to be on the side of the ship in large painted letters is the word the statesman. A long plank leads to the dock, and one by one they walk up it, with you lot following behind. On the ship, you see a series of people running around doing ship things, and one by one they lead you towards the captain's quarters of the ship. You guys wander into the captain's quarters, and you see a man this man is human, and he is he has dark, kind of very tan skin, black hair, and as he turns around, you see he has two bright green eyes. Hello there, my friends. Oh, and who are these you have brought with you? And can't talk. The eagle, the razor, looks at the captain, and she says, "These are two fine fellows who wish to accompany us on our journey." Hello there, friends. You wish to
hello.
come? You wish to come with us on our journey?
Ideally, yeah.
Very good. Are you skilled in the ways of the sea at all? Sailors? Experience with boats?
Not particularly, but
No.
at least for myself and Bleak, I'm sure some of our magical expertise would translate onto being a deckhand.
Magical expertise, so you are a wizard.
Yes.
And how about you, Ganassi?
I'm proficient with the bow and a sword. I know some survival tactics, but that's about it.
A fighter? A ranger?
Yes.
Well then, I would be quite happy to have you work here. My name is Benedissimo, the Eagle Temple. You may call me the Eagle or Benedissimo, I do not mind. But I have one question. Can you pay to sail with us? You know, if you work here on the ship, I may lower the price a little. But if you don't, then it is full price.
How much will you be lowering it by?
I'd say we could go half price, 300, rather than the 600 that you would be offered for where you need to go.
That sounds more than agreeable.
Indeed. Good. And as you he sort of smiles at you, Haley kind of like leans past, she's like, "Captain, they have brought Nox with them. Nox, the captain of the guard of the room, is with you."
Yes. Something I was... Would Vaven have known that?
You haven't talked to Nox about a backstory at all.
Yeah. So, yeah. Something that I was unaware of. And now that I know, it seems to be negatively impacting our chances of getting on the ship, isn't it?
I'd say so. See, the thing about the room is that they have foiled... Nox and her crew have foiled our plan many a time in the past. She seems to always appear when we don't want her to. She is almost too vigilant, and I sincerely doubt that she would actually be off on holiday as her... as the spies have told us. So why is she here? And it seems almost too coincidental that she would turn up on our doorstep when she's supposed to be on holiday. Don't you think, Eagle? And then Razor sort of looks at you, Benedissimo, and she's like, yes, seems almost too coincidental. Benedissimo goes, exactly. So, Nox might present a problem.
Give me a sec.
Okay.
Okay, yeah?
Yeah?
You're not Heather.
Oh, I thought you called me. Wait,
Yeah.
did you call me or not?
We're talking about
No, we
you.
just... Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pay attention, Sam.
Oh,
Come
I'm
on.
doing the dishes, okay? I have to multitask.
Just pay attention.
Gosh darn it.
Gosh darn it, Sam. Gosh damn it. Anyway. So Nox might prove problematic to your campaign. Is there anything you can do to perhaps reassure me that Nox will not be of a problem?
In what way do you want reassurance of her
If you can
vacational state?
prove to me that Nox is not following her old Daroom law, then perhaps we will consider letting her and your kin sail with us across the seas. Yes?
Sounds
Yes.
good to me.
Yes.
Good. I would say farewell, but I know we are going to meet again. So, for now, goodbye. And, kind
Farewell. We get, like, ushered out.
yeah. You each stand up and are very kind of, like, hurriedly rushed out of the room as the captain goes back to what he was doing. They walk you back to the Flying Fish Brewery where Nox is, and then leave.
Okay. Okay, Nox, we have some good news and some bad news.
Oh, please tell me. Did it go well? Did they say wonderful things about me?
Not necessarily. You see, I'll start with the good. The good news is that they're willing to lower the price to 300 if we work. The bad news is because of your past employment, which I'm assuming none of us were aware of, were aware of before now.
Well, I mean, the topic never really came up, so, you know.
Yes, but it seems that you have either directly or indirectly negatively impacted them, and as a result, they don't trust you as much as we do to not rat them out, snitch on them, imprison them, anything of the sorts.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. In the usual situation, if I was at work, I would definitely rat them out, as you say, but I'm currently on holiday and on strict orders not to conduct any work-like business. Strict orders, and I would never disobey my master.
Is there any physical proof that you've gotten this assignment?
No,
lack
it
thereof?
was, the only thing I have for proof is this Hawaiian shirt I wear, you see. It was given as a gift to me to force me on holiday or something along those lines. So you'll just have to trust my word, but I mean, a knight's word is an honorable one, so it shouldn't be too much problem, should it?
Well, they need a proper, some sort of tangible proof, though.
I don't really have have any tangible proof to prove that. I mean, I can talk to them myself if you'd like. I mean, if it's really necessary, they can tie me up so I don't do anything while we're sailing around.
That something along those lines might be necessary. Wait,
Well, yes, I mean, if that's how we get a cheaper discount, then it has to be done.
Wait, Zed.
Mm-hmm.
When did they tell us to meet back with them? I can't remember.
They didn't give you an exact date. It's just whenever you can.
Okay. For now we will go talk with the man that we might be able to get any money, some extra money to pay for the trip, so that we aren't shilling out our pretty much life savings.
Okay.
Okay.
You wander over to the back of the bar, where the large figure is sort of just like gently sipping at a small cup of ale. His back to you.
Actually, Nox, would you like to start the conversation?
With the pirates? Or with the people getting the money?
The Elephant Man.
Oh, okay, I go to the Elephant Man. What exactly am I trying to get from the Elephant Man?
Employment so that we can figure out what's going on with the haunted house here?
Pay attention, Sam.
Oh, okay. Hello, Mr. Elephant Man. I was wondering if you could be so wonderfully delightful and help me and my associates.
Come slow down.
Okay. I'll slow down.
He sort of turns around, and you see this. You see his head is that of an elephant, with small sort of tusks protruding out of the sides of his mouth. He turns around, his large hand sort of like gently putting down the cup. He very slowly looks back at you. Now, slow down. Who are you?
Okay. My name is Nox. I'm a knight, as you can see, and my associates over there.
Yes.
And I are looking for jobs. Do you
Jobs?
happen to be hiring?
Well,
I can offer plenty of work experience.
My little friend, I trust you. Of course I am hiring. I'm looking for someone to help me with a spectral problem.
Ooh.
Yes. We'd love to help.
What are you? Adventurers or workmen?
We are merely aboard an expensive boat ride. We're merely travelers looking for a way to afford an expensive boat ride.
Well, I think I can help you. How much are you looking for? I go from up to 400 gold pieces.
Well, a boat...
400.
Okay, the 400 would be brilliant. We'd be happy to do the job for the 400. Whatever job that may be.
Wonderful. I need you to exercise a house up in the top of Rupberry. You see, I used to live there some time ago, and since then it just has a couple more owners. One of those owners is... he wasn't exactly the nicest. He, tended to break things and kill people, and because of his unfortunate actions, the place is haunted. I want my house back, so if you can deal with that, I would be more than happy to pay you.
Yes, we can definitely help you. my friend over there. He's rather skilled in the arts of magic, so I'm sure it'd come in rather handy.
What are your names, by the way?
Well, I'm Nox, that's Vaven, and that's Bleak.
Raven, Bleak,
Do a
and
little wave.
Nox. It is very nice to meet you. My name
And it's lovely to meet you.
is Thumult. Now,
Interesting name.
thank you. Your name is also very interesting, Nox.
Yes, well, I will go discuss with my associates, and we shall come up a plan to deal with your paranormal problem.
Good.
And Nox walks away back to the group.
Okay.
Guys, that elephant is called Thumol. Just letting you know.
What
So-
the slightly different way to pronounce our antagonist, who's nothing in common, who was also in a one-shot that we did a while ago?
Yes, so he has a
It's a
ghost
yikes
problem.
for me.
And he wants us to get rid of his ghost, and it'll pay us 400 gold. So,
Wait, Zed,
Mm-hmm.
is are Curtis and Smethers' weapons like actually magical?
They technically, yeah.
Magical in the sense that they can hit ghosts?
Yeah.
Okay.
because
Yeah.
don't I have their magical sword? What is it? Like dragon infused?
Yeah, if
something?
your dragon glass sword is glowing, then technically it's magical.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Are they glowing?
Well, only if you make them glow.
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I give up my one because it's like least valuable.
Sorry, what?
I'll make mine glow.
Okay. Your sword starts glowing in its sheath.
Ooh,
Ooh.
sparkly.
So, what are you guys doing?
Well, should we go to the house now then?
Yeah, let's do it. Just a heads up, I'm a little bit superstitious, so I'm not sure how well I will deal with ghosts.
No, there's just awkward silence after anyone says anything now.
Yes.
like-
No one's really paying much attention today.
No, they're dramatic pauses
Dramatic pauses.
for effect.
You gotta say
I think we
everything.
should.
You gotta
I thought it was just the lagging of the mics or something.
No, it's just no one's talking.
Dramatic pauses. Okay. So we be going to
We be going.
Scary House Adventure Time?
You guys don't know where the
Yeah.
house is.
Oh,
That's only
okay.
a slight problem.
I go back to elephant.
Semantics.
Elephant Man.
So, will you do it?
Yes, we'll do it. You just need to tell us your address. And will you be paying before we clean the problem or after?
Well, we could do half before, half after. 200 now, 200 after.
Brilliant. Okay.
Good. Here's your 200. He takes out a sort of sack of gold and starts slowly chink, 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 counting the 200 gold pieces, and then he slides them over to you. And you'll get the rest of that on your way back. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Now, the house is at the top of the hill, furthest away from the sea. If you go out of here, turn left, back to the main, main area, and then you go up the southward towards the hills, then you should be able to find it. It's pretty much the only house up there.
And we
Okay,
walk.
cool.
Mm-hmm. I will see you later when you have dealt with it. You guys sort of pack up, or whatever you were doing, and start heading off towards the house. Am I correct?
Yep.
In saying that that's what you're doing? Okay.
Heck yeah.
You guys head inside the house. The entire place is essentially, as you kind of gain it, you get this very eerie feeling. The place seems spooky. Like, just in the way it is. Everything feels kind of just off about the house. The entire place is covered in this sort of dark mat of it's covered in this dark mat of I'm trying to talk but I can't. It's covered in this dark mat of like damp rot. And as you head inside, you immediately hear the very, very loud squeaking of floorboards. This place doesn't offer much protection from the cold, but it is there are no holes in the roof or anything for the snow to leak in quite yet. It seems quite well preserved compared to a lot of the houses, but it is still overall incredibly eerie. Yeah. What do you guys do? What's your first move?
Bag's not leading the way.
You're the tankiest, you should lead the way. Also, you have a sword.
You do the most damage, though. So you
Can I cast?
Yes! All the more reason you can see the ghost from a mile away and shoot him before he gets close to us.
That's why I should be at the back.
At the front!
Can I cast Detect Magic as a ritual?
Okay.
While they're just bickering about who should go first?
Okay. You sit down on the ground.
Probably already disturbed the ghost.
You sit down on the ghost and you begin to cast.
The ghost?
You sit down on... God damn it. You sit down on the floor. This is spooky.
Suspenders.
What? Suspenders? Oh, you're wearing suspenders,
No,
I
that's
forgot.
scary.
You know what? Hey.
Sorry.
You gotta take that to ball.
Aw, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Suspenders are going on.
Okay. You, guy, Vaven sort of just, like, plonks himself down on the floor and, starts casting his thing while you guys are, like, arguing away in the corner. Okay. Vaven, you feel a strange magical presence just sort of surrounding you. It doesn't...
spooky.
It doesn't appear to be coming... What? Why ew?
Because
spooky.
magical presence everywhere is ew.
Why is magical presence everywhere ew?
Because it is.
Is.
Get it right, Sid. It just is.
Is that is this just a Sam thing?
No.
Yes.
I would be disturbed
No.
if there was just a mysterious magical presence everywhere. We could be like huffing some ectoplasm for all we know.
Huffing ectoplasm.
Sounds
Yeah.
like fun night out.
Sounds like a normal weekend. I don't know what you're talking about.
Everyone does that, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Get home and huff some ectoplasm.
Get home. You just take your ectoplasm bong out. Just give it a huff. You know. Normal evening. Okay.
No, guys.
No, you don't.
Stop. Cease.
Thank you, Ben.
Peer pressure.
Cease your
Peer.
huffing.
I gotta peer pressure him into smoking some ectoplasm.
It's huffing it, not smoking it.
Ectoplasm?
you fool.
Huff some ectoplasm with us, bro. Huh?
With the boys.
With the
I
boys.
haven't even
Focus,
figured
bro.
out if it's ectoplasm yet.
Okay. Do I know what school of magic, if any, this magical presence is?
Necromancy.
Well, that's not surprising.
edgiest school of magic.
Yes.
Everyone knows that necromancy is the edgiest of magic.
Only cool kids do necromancy.
Only cool kids do ectoplasm.
only the coolest of cool kids can do ectoplasm like a boss.
I think I've like
Yo, kid, you want some ectoplasm?
Yo, kid, come over here. You want some ectoplasm?
Everybody likes
Hey kid,
ectoplasm,
wanna
right?
buy some ectoplasm?
Yeah, just
Shall we
like...
get on to actually clearing the ghost out? Yes.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
Brilliant.
What do the suspenders say? That's
Oh,
easy.
that got me.
I'm worried. I'm scared. I'm frightened.
Why?
Just,
I'm scared too, Sid.
of the sound of just Curtis's things just like slapping against himself, and then of the grunts of like joy. It's like it's a little uncomfortable.
Oh,
Like
You're
It's
obviously
smoking
just-
hot.
like the slap.
Uh,
The combination of just the slap and then the is just really unsettling.
okay. What I'm going to do, just when I'm realizing, oh yeah, spooky magic everywhere, I'm casting Mage Armor on myself.
Okay. You
I'm
cast
gonna whoop that up.
Mage armor on yourself? Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys cast mage armor on yourself, the door of the that you left open behind you just shut.
Ooh!
And then a nun pops out.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
And
Shut the frick up.
What?
Shut the front door. Okay?
Make the ghost appear to be a nun. Just me.
No.
That's just mean.
Why? Is it because
You know that
I don't like nun ghosts.
Oh, I forgot that.
I don't like nuns. That's scary.
I don't like people. Just in general,
Okay. Yikes, man.
they frighten me. They just
It's
Okay.
an X from me, dog.
Okay, anyway. Besides the door slamming, does anything else happen?
you besides the door slamming, nothing really.
Is the door locked?
Do you want to go check?
Just open
Yeah.
the door. Huh.
It's just like, it's open. Huh, must have been the wind.
You wander over to the door and you kind of like pull on it, and you notice that the door is in fact locked.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
crap.
foreboding. Well, I guess it wasn't just the wind then.
Can I make him can I place my sword over Nox's sword and
Can-
try and make a makeshift cross?
Can you?
And then make it glow?
Okay, you sort of like steal Nox's sword from her sheath, and she's like, "Hey!" as you like take it, and then you just like bong it together in like a sheath, in like a makeshift cross kind of thing.
A glowing makeshift cross. It's a really important part.
Yeah,
I have a question.
yeah.
Do crosses have any religious meaning in Iskana?
Nah.
Okay.
Wait. Who's the god opposite of ghosts?
What's
The
the
god of-
What's the opposite of a ghost?
Yeah, who's the god of
not
that?
dead person?
The god of life.
Who is the god of not dead people?
Yeah, who's the god of not dying?
I don't know. Let me check my list of the gods in Iskana, and then I can tell you what the god of not being dead is.
And then we have to do a religion check.
The power of not being dead compels you.
The power of not being dead.
Roll a religion check for me, would you please? Thank you.
Oh, that is a 19.
Ooh.
My religion is probably -1.
So it's an 18.
Oh, it's 20. Unnatural.
Oh, it's +1, not -1.
Ooh.
My bad.
Who could have guessed?
Good job,
Nice.
bud. You roll the thing, and you know that Ubris is the
The
god
power of Rubber's compels you.
is the god of
The
water.
power of hubris compels you.
Ubris, the god of the radiant river, is the god of water and light, which is the closest thing we've got to a life god.
He's the god of not doing drugs, aka ectoplasm.
Hi, my name's Carl, and I'm the god of not doing drugs. I haven't been doing drugs since I was 7.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Stay in school.
We are
Be like me, the god of not doing drugs.
Drug anti whatever R stands for education.
Hi, I don't do drugs. Be like me.
Jewels are not cool, kids,
Drug
so stay in
abuse
school.
resistant education.
It's not cool to jewel in school.
Yeah. Thank you,
That's
Daryl
what a
Gates.
Fortnite
Very
guy
cool.
says.
Fortnite Carl says it's not cool to jewel in school.
Default skin Dan
God,
doing a hit
make it
with
stop.
100 points of damage to your health. Anyway, guys.
Fortnite Dan says that doing drugs gives you a fucking is like a shotgun blast to your head. I don't even know where I was
Y'all
going with that.
alright there?
No.
I don't know. Anyway,
So I know. Okay, do I know what a symbol is?
what his symbol is?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a symbol.
Fuck,
Why didn't he have a symbol?
He just doesn't.
that's dumb. Can
That
I
is
like?
dumb.
I'm gonna pray to whatever his name was because I've already forgotten.
Urus?
Oh, no, Ubris.
Ubris?
Ubris.
Ubris.
Okay.
I pray to thy shitty god who does not have symbols because he sucks.
No
You know
reason.
Lodos doesn't have a symbol either, right?
Shut your
Why?
shit
Why don't they?
None
have
of the gods have symbols.
That's gonna be really impractical.
That's just
for
lazy
class
development on
then.
your part, Sid.
Okay,
Oh
ow.
God.
Zed puts a lot of work into this campaign.
I don't
Thank
have to make
you.
symbols for the gods, apparently.
What do the clerics do? Do they just like hold little nothings?
Yeah.
They don't, like,
Let me just draw the symbol for this god. Oh wait, I can't.
They don't need to do
Well, oh, okay. So they
They-
just don't need arcane
they-
focuses.
No. They literally all they do is that they just like kind of focus on like what their god like aspires to be.
Okay,
So,
so
they gods have aspirations?
Yeah.
I want to be
Well-
an astronaut one day.
That's not. Okay, lore time, boys and girls. The gods of Ascana, what they ask of their followers is that their followers simply reflect the ideals that the gods themselves have. If you have a trinket or a crystal or something that's very valuable to you that you associate with the god, then then the gods will bless that thing as a spellcasting focus for a cleric or a paladin. There's your fucking little rant about how that works. You're welcome.
okay,
Stupid law.
that's gonna be fun when we all die and become clerics. Purely for that,
Can't wait for you guys to die and become clerics. Jesus Christ.
all of us.
All of you. None of you will
Even
not
you.
be.
You're becoming
Even
a cleric as
me.
well.
Even
I mean, druids are basically clerics, right? Except shit.
Druids are
What?
What?
Well, no.
No. What? I'm confused. Anyway,
Druids are clerics, but shit.
in the dark, you hear a small voice kind of echo out. Who are you? Why are you here?
Stuff off! We don't like ghosts.
Are you a nun?
I'm
Shut
no
up.
nun.
You know how much I don't like that, and you're constantly just.
This is the first time.
Are you here to save us?
Are you
From
kobolds?
what?
Are you here to
Why
save
would we
us?
need to save you? You're ghosts.
Are you
Oh, the scary
kobold
one.
ghosts?
We are not kobolds.
Fuck.
So there's more than one of you.
Shit. Fuck.
Who
Why'd you
was the
close
one
the
that
door,
just
you
slammed
creepy
the
bastards?
door?
The small voice sort of like echoes out around the room, and suddenly a ghost appears. The ghost
Ooh.
Calm down,
Is
Sam.
it a nice looking ghost?
Mm-hmm.
Like a friendly looking ghost?
Yep.
Casper the friendly kobold. Da da da.
Okay. The ghost sort of like hovers in front of you and looks at you, very peculiar, very like kind of like oddly. The ghost is that of a small girl. Floating there, her skin and dress kind of glow with this ethereal, ghostly light, and she looks at you with these large, watery eyes. I haven't been able to leave.
Why'd you lock the door, you weirdo?
I need
Maybe
help.
because you locked the door. Have you
Yeah.
tried opening the door?
I didn't.
Instead of closing them, open them, right? Wrong direction, love.
I didn't lock the door.
Who? Oh no!
Oh,
Who
shit.
locked the door then?
The person who's trapped me.
Oh,
here.
hell nah.
The person who's what?
Trapped me here.
Oh.
So there's more than one of you. Oh.
Zed.
Mm-hmm.
Does Vaven know how to perform exorcisms?
Nope.
Yeah. We need a cleric in it. I need a young cleric and an old cleric.
It's time to reenact The Exorcist. Let's go, boy. Anyway,
Okay.
It's not even the ghosts that do it, it's just like someone at that party just freaking out.
Okay.
that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're gonna end the session for today.
Oh.
Darn it!
Creepy fucking ending.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
So
dun.
next
I
time-
don't like kids.
Next time.
They're worse than ghosts.
On June the
It's like that one Brandon Rogers sketch.
13th.
Where, it's like that one Brandon Rogers sketch where it's like something even worse than kids. Boom. Something even what? I messed it up. I forgot the sketch.
dead kids.
Okay, never mind. Well, you guys, do you know that thing?
No, yeah, it's like
Okay,
where it's
cool.
just like on a board
Yeah.
and it's like kids and then take it off. It's like dead kids, isn't it?
No. It's like,
Oh.
do you know? Oh wait, no, I remember. It's like, you know what's even worse than a rapist? Boom, and then like it says child
A
rapist
child.
on the board, and he's like, a child. No. I love that. I love that sketch. It's amazing. But yeah. Thank you for watching this episode of The Frozen Heart. Sorry if it sort of like dwindled off at the end there. I ran out of things. I thought I'd planned more. Apparently I hadn't planned that much. But we got through it and we know what we would do. We got to all the cool stuff. And we also had Vaven's cooking show, which was...
Da 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 da.
Yeah. We need to make a theme song for that. Anyway, so thank you for watching this episode of The Frozen Heart. I had fun. Did you guys have fun?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I have fun.
I enjoyed being a professional chef.
Okay, thank you for watching this episode of The Frozen Heart, and we'll see you guys next time. Remember to like, comment, and
Ta-ta.
subscribe. Bye-bye. I'm not going to stop it until everyone says bye. Come on, guys.
Bye!
Ah,
Toodles,
goodbye!
There we go.